A rapist who targeted women and children across Memphis. Tonight, the question that will bother you: why will he soon walk free after police connected him to more violent attacks? We do want to warn you, some details in this story could be triggering to rape survivors.
WREG investigator Jessica Gerler finds out the critical evidence detectives did not test until it was too late.
I was defenseless.
The year 1993.
I was at my house on my couch.
A haunting case.
I was awoken to a knife in my throat.
Turned into those who believed and those who didn't.
They didn't care when they were there that night. It just took me years to figure it out.
We don't typically identify rape victims, but this woman wanted you to see her face to understand the terror she's endured. For her protection, we're only calling her by her first name, Lila.
June 24th, 1993.
She was 22 that summer night in her Midtown home.
He came in through a bathroom window he pried open.
She woke up to a man's voice.
I was told to not move, do what he said.
A knife pressed to her neck.
He proceeded to cut my shirt off and stuff it in my mouth, wrap it around my face.
Her roommate was out of town. There was no one to help her.
Raped me multiple times, all throughout my house.
Lila never saw his face, but felt his presence. He was bigger, overpowering, aggressive.
You're dying. I mean, I was thinking of any way I could get out of that situation. And the only way to do it was to comply. And I made a good choice because I'm sitting here with you.
He eventually left her tied up on her cold floor.
After a little while, I realized he was gone. I got up and I found it, somehow got unbound, and found a spare phone and called the police, who took 22 minutes to get to me.
Officers asked her questions, dusted for prints, and took her to get a sexual assault examination.
And I had to wait hours, obviously, to get to a point where I could bathe, and they did a full rape kit.
Police vowed to find the man who attacked her.
At the time, you thought police were going to investigate.
Of course I did.
You felt confident.
Of course. Of course.
But days turned into weeks and no arrest. She asked the detective about a rape kit.
And he looked right at me. He said, "I'm very sorry, but it was inconclusive." And I took that.
Lila says her attacker tried to make her get rid of his DNA, and she thought he was successful. She says it wasn't until decades later she found out that wasn't the case.
WREG investigators dug through our archives from 1993, around the time of Lila's attack. On January 1st, 1994, an arrest made our news.
Police say a man stalked Fraser areas like this one.
23-year-old Marvin Hudges nabbed for 4 aggravated rapes and sexual battery. One of the victims, 11 years old. The attacks happened in Fraser between September and December 1993. The victim's stories very similar to Lila's. He cut the phone line, used a weapon.
The entrance was gained to all of these particular residents through a window, normally either a bathroom window or a window in the rear.
He also broke into other homes, and when one woman called 911, he fired shots at her. Hudges pleaded guilty to the crimes, sentenced to 32 years in prison. MPD never contacted Lila about him, despite her story sounding so similar.
Did you ever hear from MPD again?
No.
Lila was forced to move on.
Derailing is the word that I use a lot. It's a death. Rape is a death.
She spent years afraid of the dark, of being alone, of not knowing where her attacker was.
I was terrified to be out at night. I couldn't walk to my car. I slept with a knife under my pillow.
In 2013, 20 years after she was raped, Lila was reminded of that night again. She learned what WREG investigators first uncovered. Memphis police stuffed 12,000 rape kits dating back decades into storage closets. A backlog of critical evidence never tested for DNA, allowing violent offenders to walk free.
Oh my God, they didn't test my kit.
Lila called Memphis police.
I put a Post-it on my mirror, and I tried to call them as regularly as I could stomach.
She finally got in touch with someone at MPD who verified her rape kit was never tested.
It's so damn infuriating. It makes my head feel like it could explode.
She found some comfort. They continued to keep her updated. In July 2018, she got this email. there's been a match.
I didn't recognize the name. I didn't recognize his face.
But you'll recognize it. Police records name her suspected attacker as Marvin Hudges, the man mentioned earlier who pleaded guilty to 4 aggravated rapes and the sexual battery of a child.
I must have asked in every way, why? You had the evidence right here.
Through a source in the criminal justice system and documents obtained through the Public Records Act, we found out MPD matched Hudges to DNA found not only in Lila's rape kit, but 2 other women and a high school student who had rape kits in the backlog. MPD never responded to our repeated request for an interview. What we do know, what Lila found out next made her feel even worse.
And the statute of limitations for me has run out.
Under Tennessee law, there's a limited window of time to charge a suspected rapist. In Lila's case, it was 15 years, so the statute expired in 2008. That means no one will stand trial in criminal court for her rape.
When we know who did it, because the DNA is conclusive and wasn't tested by any fault of my own, right? I should be given, I deserve to have, I deserve to take him to court.
Hudges had a parole hearing in 2018.
How would you choose your victims, Mr. Hudges?
How would I choose my victims? I'm not getting that.
Hudges wouldn't answer that question and wouldn't admit to the rapes he pleaded guilty to.
I did not touch that girl. I know that I've done bad things, in my lifetime. And I'm not asking people to feel sorry for me. But I do deserve a chance to show that change has been made.
We checked his prison records. He's received 45 disciplinary write-ups, including possession of a deadly weapon and fighting. 5 more were sexual in nature, ranging from indecent exposure to sexual misconduct. Hudges was denied parole. However, next week, his sentence expires. He'll be released on November 2nd.
They don't care.
Lila said she'll continue to fight for justice, for herself and other survivors out there.
So that I can help to change things. I mean, there's got to be a way, right?
Jessica Gertler, WREG News Channel 3.
The victims, that's why we keep pursuing this. Now, you might be wondering, we did, about the other victims. 2 sources tell us MPD will not notify them, even though they have a DNA match, because the statute of limitations has expired in their cases as well. Now, that's the president so far, but Lila is fighting for change, a policy that forces MPD to contact every victim who gets a match. Now, there is a hotline you see there on your screen. Victims can call for an update, and we also put more information on WREG.com in this story. That number is 901-636-3438.